Yeah. This one, wow, this Shaye Groves case
Fascinating.
really is.
Right.
Yeah, and you sent over, I mean, a ton of stuff.
Well, there's
Articles, court documents,
a lot to unpack.
and even some psychological analyses, and it's just really clear that
It's one of those cases, it grabbed people, right? Like
Yeah.
from the headlines.
So we gotta really unpack this, like
Absolutely.
why this one,
Yeah.
what happened, and then sort of the bigger questions it raises, you know?
Yeah. The stuff that sticks with you after you've read all the details.
Exactly, yeah.
It really gets under your skin, this one.
I
Like you
suppose,
said,
yeah.
there's a lot more here
Yeah.
than just the initial shock.
Right, and right off the bat, all these sources kind of highlight this, like this weird...
That was an absence, right?
Yeah, like lack of information about Grove's early life and...
Like a hole in the story.
Yeah, we know like the basics, right? Like born, raised in Hampshire, England.
Right, just the bare bones.
Yeah, but then details about
Yeah.
like her family, her childhood.
Right, like who was she?
Yeah, her personality, like...
Before all of this.
Yeah, before any of this happened. It's just...
It's strange.
Yeah.
You'd think there'd be more.
It's like... Yeah, it's almost a blank slate. And I wonder if... I wonder if that...
I think it has to, right?
Yeah.
That void.
If that contributes to people's fascination. Yeah.
Totally, because it's like we're trying to solve a puzzle, but like half the pieces are missing people. We crave a narrative, right? We want to understand to make sense.
Especially with something.
Especially something this horrific.
Right.
And when you don't have the facts, well, people fill it in themselves.
That's when you get the speculation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It runs wild.
Okay, so these sources, they don't shy away from how brutal
Not at all.
Frankie Fitzgerald's murder really was, you know?
It's stark.
And the prosecution, they paint this picture
Yeah.
of a relationship that's just...
Poisoned, right, from the inside out.
Yeah, poisoned by possessiveness, jealousy.
Yeah, just this constant power struggle.
Yeah, like who's in control?
And they go deeper than just saying, oh, it was toxic. Right.
Right. They show you how,
Yeah.
like, how did it actually play out?
How the toxicity.
Yeah, how did it manifest?
Yeah, how it manifests.
In their day-to-day lives.
Yeah.
One source, and it was chilling to read, it was a court psychiatrist's report, right? And they highlighted this whole pattern of coercive control that Groves was using on Fitzgerald.
Like isolating him.
Yeah, isolating him from his friends, his family, anyone who could have helped.
His support network.
Yeah, exactly.
Dictating, like his every move.
It's like she wanted to control.
Oh, totally.
I bet
Like
so.
where he went, who he talked to.
Yeah.
And even like monitoring his phone, his social media. Can you imagine?
Yeah, that level of psychological manipulation is...
It's scary.
Yeah, it's frightening.
It is.
And then, of course, there's the element
Here we go.
that the media just...
This is the big one.
Yeah, that they latched onto.
That everyone remembered.
Grove's fascination with serial killers
Yeah.
and her collection. Like, it became a huge part of the trial, right?
Split and center.
Books.
Movies. Like
Light.
depicting, notorious murderers.
Yeah, and the prosecution, they argued.
They did.
That this wasn't
just a hobby.
right.
Not just some quirky interest.
Yeah, like harmless, oh, I'm into true crime.
Right, exactly.
Oh.
They were saying this speaks to something darker.
To a darker impulse.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean,
It's hard to ignore, right?
it's hard to ignore. But some of the sources,
Some of them push back.
yeah, they push back on that narrative.
They do, they say.
Yeah.
Look, an interest in true crime,
Yeah.
however disturbing,
Yeah.
it's not that unusual.
Right.
I mean, millions of people,
Demands.
right, they consume this stuff.
Yeah.
Books, podcasts, documentaries,
Right.
they're fascinated by it.
But they don't hurt anyone.
Exactly, they don't hurt anyone.
Yeah.
So then the question becomes,
Yeah, how much weight should we really
right, like how much can we read
don't
into it?
give to this
Yeah.
fascination?
Is it a direct line?
Right. Was it a genuine, like
Like a precursor?
precursor to violence, or did the prosecution just sort of,
Did they use it because it was convenient?
like overplay it,
Right.
fit their narrative,
Yeah, it's tricky.
It's
There's no easy answer.
No.
But what all the sources agree on
Yeah.
is the outcome.
The tragic outcome.
Yeah, it's a tragedy.
It's a tragedy no matter how you look at it.
Absolutely.
This trial, I mean,
It was huge.
Highly publicized and...
Media frenzy.
Yeah, fueled by that whole...
serial killer girlfriend.
Right. It was everywhere.
Yeah, and the jury... yeah, they found Groves guilty, sentencing her to life in prison.
And that's where it gets even bigger.
That's where the case, takes on this whole...
because it sparked all these conversations.
Yeah, about domestic violence.
About the warning signs.
Yeah, the red flags.
That we miss.
That we often miss.
Yeah.
And how our justice system,
how do we deal with this?
Yeah.
When mental health's involved.
Right.
And these extreme interests.
It's all intertwined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a legal analysis you sent. And they call the Shaye Groves case
a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
They say it highlights the need for greater awareness.
Of coercive control.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And better resources.
For victims. People who are trapped.
Yeah. And maybe.
A more nuanced understanding of mental health.
Of how mental health can.
Because it does factor into criminal behavior.
Yeah, it's complex, right?
It is.
So for you listening, think about this.
Yeah, think about this.
Greater awareness, right? Of those unhealthy relationship patterns.
Yeah.
And just readily available.
Right, accessible mental health resources.
Mental health resources.
Could they prevent...
yeah, could those things...
similar tragedies.
Prevent similar tragedies.
Yeah.
What responsibility do we have?
That's a big question.
Yeah, as individuals.
As a society.
As a society, to recognize these things.
To recognize...
the signs.
Yeah, and address these issues.
Before it's too late.
Yeah, before they escalate.
Before someone gets hurt.
To violence, yeah. It's
a haunting question.
Yeah, it's a haunting question.
And it sticks with you.
It's one that really lingers, yeah.
Long after you close the file.
Yeah, long after you delve into all the details of a case like this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This one especially.
Yeah.